company in the second half? Didn't exactly shoot lights out, did at least finally make a few shots. Kind of what
we shot 32% for the game and won. I'm happy. We're still not all the way back. Guys were really tentative. James Young 1 for 11. We just, Aaron was 1 for 6 from the 3. We had open looks and passed on open looks, and we're just look. This is a young team. Got a little rattled, an overtime loss, and go to South Carolina and had what happened there. They're a little rattled, but they're fine. They're fine. They're having a ball.
With James Young, or with Young's poor shooting night, do you want him to keep shooting out of that? He doesn't seem to hesitate, or do you just want him to say?
Well, I just said if you're not going to shoot open shots, you got to come out, because now you're playing 4 against 5. So I told him, he and Aaron both, they had open shots. I said, you got to shoot it. You got to be confident. He said, you don't have to shoot a 3, step in. You don't even have to bounce it, just don't stand that wide. But we did some things in the second half to get the ball to the baseline. I thought we did a better job of that. But we still missed every, open play. I thought Dakari was outstanding. Willie did a pretty good job defensively. But Dakari did some great stuff to get baskets for us when we needed it. And then as bad as James shot it, he makes a 3 that matters and 3 free throws that matter. That was big. That was big. We could have lost the game. We're still, like I said, Alex is, didn't play as well as he's been playing. I'm so happy for John Hood and Jared Polson. Both of them scored. John scored 2 threes. One they waved off, but
Cal, there was a play where Dakari hit a shot, and then you went and gave John Hood a high five.
Because John Hood said, "Coach, I'm telling you, the lob is there." So we were in huddle saying, Hoodie's telling us that lob's there. Don't be afraid to throw it. So that's why I walked down. He's the one that said it in huddle.
Cal, a little bit off the subject of tonight's game, but you talked about it a little bit last night on the radio. Joe B. Hall talked about it some today. How much is your hip bothering you? How much has that been a pain for you this season?
It's been bothering me, but I got no excuse. I'm just a negative guy.
Are you on pain medication right now?
Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to say this. If Alan chased me, he could catch me.
Has that been a rough thing though to deal with all during in season?
Yeah, but come on. I mean, I got a massage today. I'm just trying to, we're winding it down. I'm fine. I mean, I did take some painkillers. I don't take aspirin, drugs, nothing. Never smoked. Never. I'm like ridiculous. But I took four straight days of pain pills so I could sleep, and I just said I'm not doing it. I stopped, and I'm fine. I mean, look, I'm old. I used to be young. I'm old. I'm gonna have to have my hip replaced. I don't know.
John, when you said the players are fine and they're having fun, watching them, it doesn't always look that way. What makes you say that?
Because, let me say this, because I said this the other day. You remember when John Wall came in and said, I'm not having any fun, because it really got rough, and he wasn't playing as well, and they were playing away to make the game tougher for him. That's part of being here. And then it's highlighted here because of all the glow and all the other stuff and the 100 cameras and all that. But there's no better place to coach and play than here. And I just keep telling you, you have to have more fun than the other team. You have to. If we lose, I've said this for 5 years, who's taking responsibility? I will take responsibility. If we win, they get all the glory. So play. If we lost today, I was going to say it was me again. I'm just so mean. I didn't kiss him enough. I tried to kiss the kid in the mouth. He wouldn't take it. So I would have taken responsibility. Just play. The other thing is to tell them that we're here and we're all in this together for them. But they're young. I mean, this is, I don't read it and hear it, but I imagine they may. I have 5 filters before it gets through to me. Any tweet, Facebook, any article, anything written. It'll go through 5 people before I read it. which means I don't read it. But them, like Dwayne was saying, you know what? I read stuff about me sometimes, so I imagine they're reading stuff about them. Got to deal with it, you know. And the biggest thing we've got to come back. This today was a little bit better. When adversity hits, we have not responded here with this group. They instead of coming together when it hits, they go apart. Now the other side of it is when we get down 12 or 15, what happens? They fight and claw and get back in the game. So my thing is play that way the whole time. Play like you're down 15. So, and that was a tough zone for us to go against too, by the way. It's a different kind of zone. It's a 1-1-3 zone with that middleman clog, so you don't get as much drive. You have to throw it to the baseline, which we started doing. It's just a different kind of zone. And again, we got a bunch of young guys out there and, you know, talking them through stuff, but